In today's society, we regularly spend long periods of time sitting or lying down. This is known as sedentary behavior, and it's become increasingly common due to the widespread use of technology and the rise of desk jobs. Sedentary behavior comes from the Latin word sedere, which means to sit, and includes a variety of behaviors such as sitting at a desk, commuting, and TV watching activities. Essentially, it's any activity that involves sitting and exerting low energy expenditure. It's not uncommon for people to spend half of their day sitting, with the other half being non-exercise physical activity. Alarmingly, only 28% of Americans are getting 150 minutes of physical activity per day. Researchers studying the molecular and physiological implications of sedentary behavior on human health have discovered it activates different body processes that can still negatively affect your health, regardless of the physical minimal guidelines for physical activity are met. With this in mind, sedentary behavior should be viewed separately from other activities and limited in both duration and frequency. One of the most significant impacts of sedentary behavior is its effect on physical health. Prolonged sitting has been linked to several chronic health conditions, including cardiovascular disease, obesity, musculoskeletal problems, and mental health consequences. Hamilton and colleagues embarked on a series of in-depth reviews on the negative impacts sedentary behavior has on cardiovascular disease. They found people with jobs involving 5.5 hours of sitting or more had twice the risk of developing cardiovascular disease in comparison to active jobs. Furthermore, a follow-up study concluded that prolonged sitting predicted increased cardiovascular disease in over 73,000 women independent of energy expenditure. Sitting for extended periods can also lead to weight gain and increase the risk of obesity, as well as related health conditions like type 2 diabetes and metabolic syndrome. Studies have demonstrated a clear link between sitting periods with other metabolic syndrome symptoms such as high blood glucose and cholesterol levels, with increased levels of sedentary behavior further elevating risk upwards of twofold with prolonged sitting. The stress placed on your neck, back, and hips from prolonged sitting can also lead to pain and discomfort. Vladimir Yonda was one of the first to comment on upper and lower body cross syndromes, which are common in sedentary individuals. Upper cross syndrome is the tightening of the upper neck and chest muscles, while lower cross syndrome is the tightening of the hip flexors. This makes sense given a large amount of time is spent sedentary. Adaptive shortening takes place in these areas due to the fixed positions. These syndromes can increase the risk of developing conditions such as back pain, herniated discs, and osteoporosis. In addition to the effects of physical health, sedentary behavior can also have negative impacts on mental health. Studies have shown that sitting for extended periods of time can lead to feelings of boredom, anxiety, and depression. This can be due to the lack of physical activity and decreased levels of endorphins and other feel-good hormones that are released during physical activity. Sitting for long periods can also make it more difficult to concentrate and increase feelings of fatigue and stress. If you're curious to know more about the effects of exercise has on mental health, I've added a link in the description below to a blog post I did not too long ago. Now that we've gone over some reasons why you should focus on limiting sedentary behavior, let's go over some practical tips you can implement to start breaking up sitting. Now, avoiding all sedentary behavior is not only unrealistic, but it shouldn't be a goal in the first place. Breaking up periods of prolonged sitting is what matters most here, and here are some things you can do to break up these behaviors. Standing up and stretching every 30 to 60 minutes can help to reduce muscle pain and stiffness and improve circulation. Stretching also increases blood flow to the muscles, reducing pain and the risk of injury. Studies have also confirmed that the duration of sedentary behavior has a lot to do with the negative effects, and breaking up your long periods of sitting will certainly limit the negative effects. Spending long periods in front of a computer or other screens can be especially detrimental to your health. Take regular breaks from screen time, even if it's just for a few minutes at a time. Getting up from the screen and moving around can help reduce eye strain, neck, and back pain, as well as fatigue. If you work at a desk for long hours, consider making changes to your workstation to minimize the negative effects of sitting. Invest in an ergonomic chair and keyboard, and adjust your computer monitor so it's at the right height to reduce neck and eye strain. Walking is another great way to increase physical activity and reduce the negative effects of sitting. Try to walk whenever you can, whether it's going for a stroll during lunch or choosing the stairs over an elevator. In addition to cardio, strength training is also important for overall health. Resistance exercises like weightlifting can help to strengthen your muscles, improve posture, and reduce the risk of injury. While reducing sedentary behavior at work is important, it's just as important to reduce sedentary behavior outside of work, like watching TV, playing video games, or using a tablet or smartphone. Try to limit your screen time and instead engage in physical activities such as playing sports, going for a walk, or doing household chores. Sedentary behavior has become a common occurrence in today's society and can have negative impacts on both physical and mental health. From increasing the risk of chronic diseases to reducing energy levels and mood, sitting for extended periods can have far-reaching effects. To minimize the negative effects of sedentary behavior, it's important to stand up and stretch frequently, take breaks from screen time, exercise regularly, and make changes to your workstation. Additionally, reducing sedentary behavior outside of work, incorporating strength training into your exercise routine, and increasing your physical activity through activities such as walking can help counteract the negative effects of sitting. By taking these steps, you can maintain good health and well-being even if you spend long hours sitting at a desk. Let me know if this video helped you by leaving a like and subscribe for more content like this. I'll see you in the next one.